Hey there, I'm Ryan, or as I'm better known as Mr. Fantastic.
And I'm Lindsay, and honestly, I'm still recovering from last week's bourbon.
I know that's right. But we're called BrandProof, and we're a podcast where we're helping small businesses become legendary.
And on this week's episode, we'll be diving into a bold new bourbon brand of the week, the week's trending headlines in marketing, step 2 of our foundations of branding, and this week's small business spotlight.
Well, sounds like we got a really big show, huh?
So let's get started.
No, let's get branded.
Cheers.
The BrandProof podcast is on. The BrandProof podcast is on. The BrandProof podcast is on. Here's the BrandProof podcast show.
Welcome back to the BrandProof podcast, where we are helping small business owners like you at home, no, not you, elevate your brand.
And if you haven't already, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below.
Plus, it's free marketing for the soul. You can thank me later.
Or maybe not.
Hey. Well, all right. Let's kick off this episode with our bourbon brand of the week. Now, you at home, we are not experts, and nor do we claim to be experts of all things bourbon. However, I am an expert drinker. I've been one ever since college. You can ask anyone you know, anyone I know, you know. Maybe I know your friends too. But let's get the bourbon brand of the week, and Lindsay's going to tell us a little bit more about that.
The one I chose this week is because they really knocked their branding, their identity, their story out of the water, and that's Jefferson's bourbon. Have you ever heard of it or tasted it?
Have I ever heard of the Jeffersons? Sure. I mean, who hadn't heard of, and you're moving on up to the east side.
Well,
Is that not it?
yeah, but that's catchy.
Oh,
but
okay.
those are not the founders. It's
It'll
a
catch on.
father-son duo. I believe their last name is Zoller, but they came on the scene in the 90s, I think 1997 of the bourbon scene.
Oh, so that's fairly recent then.
Yeah, when we're talking bourbon history,
Yeah.
very much so. And what they did was they wanted to preserve the tradition of bourbon, but they wanted to also see how they could stand out and position themselves in a way that they could really compete with the ones that had been around forever and ever and ever.
Right.
So what they did, well, one of the things they did is they started thinking, what kind of innovation can I do that will not only stand out in the crowd, but also help the actual experience of this bourbon? And they've come up with voyages.
Voyages.
Mm-hmm.
Now that sounds pretty cool to me.
Yeah, it's cool. They take the fully matured straight bourbon whiskey and they extra age it literally on the bow of ships.
Really?
And what happens, and you'll see, each bottle that you get or each voyage, you can track it. So on this little...
So wait a minute. What does that mean? Each voyage,
Right.
each bottle.
No, well, the barrels that this Ocean Voyage 28 came out of,
Right.
they tell a little glimpse of where it went in the ocean, but you can go online and you can actually track the journey.
Now, can we drink in every location that it was barreled?
Maybe when you see all these locations on one voyage, you're going to be like, maybe not. I don't
Golly.
know. I mean,
Well, all right. One can try.
but it really makes them stand out in the crowd. It adds flair and it tastes delicious, supposedly. I've never tried the Oceans, the Voyage collection, so I'm kind of excited to do it.
I haven't tried it.
So I do want to read to you what people say that the nose is sweet with caramel, creme brulee, tobacco, and hints of maritime aromas. And it says to look for a caramel and vanilla on the gentle sweet side with a mellow palate and a hint of spice. The finish is long with a touch of brine.
That sounds just like my personality traits. Caramel, vanilla, a hint of spice.
I was
This
like,
is quite
brine?
fitting. Thanks.
Exactly.
Soft on the inside, but spicy.
Are you ready to try it?
I've been salivating. I'm like Homer Simpson, the drools are over here just looking at this.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, I love surprises. Again, this is our second episode and our second bourbon surprise.
you're not going to sample one, you're going to sample
Yes.
2. Yes. And this is their newest, which I am very eager to try, and it's the Tropics.
All right. I'm all about some tropical. You know, I like fruit punch, so
Where
maybe
should
I like
put
this
it?
too.
Here, should we put it right there? There
Sure.
we go.
We could just put it in my lap, and I can just sit there and.
Well, and this is, it's fully mature Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, where this is a blend of
What is
bourbon
that?
whiskey.
What does that mean?
The Tropics.
One's in Kentucky. One.
Yeah, it's fully matured in Kentucky.
Ah.
And it's the
okay.
straight
All right.
bourbon. Yes. So, but then the heat and the humidity, they went and wanted to focus in around the equator.
All right.
Yeah. And Singapore is where they finished it in Singapore. So it says that it tastes like a unique flavor of baking spices, cherry, toffee, and sea salt.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think we should play a game.
Bacon.
I think that we should not know what we're sampling.
Well, I don't know anyway, so it's going to be a surprise.
Did
to
you
me.
pay attention to when I explained the different tastes?
One is caramelly with a little bit of spice, and one's tropical fruit punch flavored.
Wow.
That's what I heard in my
That is-
head. That's
that
what I
is
head in my
what?
head anyway. It's
Oh, I'm impressed. So, yes, the Voyage 28, caramel, creme brulee, tobacco, and hints of maritime aromas.
see?
And then the Tropics, baking spices, cherry, toffee, and sea salt.
See, sometimes I do have my moments.
Courtney, what do we get if we win and the other one loses?
More bourbon. Exactly. This is such a great show.
All
Can we
right.
try it now? No, which one am I
Yes,
trying? Do
don't
I know?
I mean, I don't know.
right,
Well,
this is
what
the first
Courtney
one.
did, I kind of brought her in on my little secret.
Okay.
So she has marked it where she knows which one we're trying, but
Marked it.
we don't know. Are you cheating?
Yeah, I've got a red one. So
Oh.
whatever the red one is, I think it's red, pink, or
Pink.
yeah, I got a
Are
pink
you
one.
colorblind?
No, it's just I don't want to spill it. I will spill it like I did on the last.
Okay, so pink. I think I know what that is, but I'm not going to tell you.
Ooh, that's good.
It is really good. It's really, really good.
Yes.
That's smooth too.
Yes. Okay.
And it's
All right.
a little sweet.
Did you already get the
I'm not
second
gonna,
one?
I'm giving you hints. Yeah, this is the second one. Orange.
Or no, no, that one's pink. See, that one's pink.
Show me those sticker under your other one.
It looks. I don't want to spill it because that's
Yeah.
right there at the edge.
Courtney, that is like bright orange. How did?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I don't know.
mean, but no, this is a whole other podcast we could do because it's about color perception and like
I see it orange here,
Oh,
but
okay.
but over here with no light, it's kind of a light
okay
salmon
All right.
color.
So anyway, so what did you taste in yours? The first one.
It was smooth, sweet, a little bit of caramelly with a hint of spice.
Okay.
I think this one is. Oh, this is tropical. This one feels tropical.
This one was a bit bolder for me and had more of a bite.
That one was bolder with a bite. This one is
Right.
not.
So your guess is what?
This one is the tropics, and the other one, the first one I did, is the regular Jeffersons.
And I vote completely opposite. So I'm guessing the orange is the tropics
Which is which, Courtney?
and the pink.
Oh,
Look
at the bottom of the bottle.
Smart.
what's that say? What's that color?
Orange is tropics, pink is ocean.
Did I get it right? Orange is
I
tropics.
got it
pink is-
right. I
Oh,
win.
you got it right. You win.
Cheers.
You cheated. She rigged this thing from the start. I didn't have a chance.
I swear that was the
I
first
didn't
time.
have a chance.
But see now, so which is your favorite? My favorite is totally the ocean voyage.
You know what my favorite is? My favorite is when it's an empty glass. That is the one that is my favorite. So that could be both of them. Stay tuned and find out. Watch more Brand Proof and see if my glass is empty.
All right. Well, that was fun. And thank you for playing, Ryan.
Well, thank you for pouring, Lindsay. Well, that was an awesome bourbon brand of the week. And there's nothing more than I like bourbon, unless it's 3 marketing headlines that I find that I found this week that are kind of trending. And they happened recently, and I just love them so much. I have to share with you guys at home. So, up first, let's talk about Jansport. And here's what I got. The backpack brand is leaning all the way into the Gen Z awkwardness. All right? Lindsay may say it's a little cringe, and we all know at home, I love cringe. So let's roll that, Courtney.
Your smooth suede bottom looks lovely tonight.
I know we just met, but this
feels so right.
If our owners fell in love,
This connection would be fine. We could be by their side, and your zipper lips could touch mine.
There's nothing more that I love than a good Jansport backpack. And I have a little story about a Jansport backpack that we'll get into in just a minute. But up next, we've got KFC. And KFC has decided that they are getting serious about Colonel Sanders. You know how most of the time when we watch things on TV about Colonel Sanders, it's kind of a little bit on the goofy side
Or
of Colonel
spooky.
Sanders.
I'm scared to death of that man.
What?
He looks, yeah.
Have you ever noticed the logo looks like a head with the little arms and feet? Have you ever seen that before?
No.
Ooh, we got to show that sometime
Okay.
because the logo is something else.
No, it's like the way that they brought Colonel Sanders to life more. Yeah, it just is too real, too creepy.
Well, in this new video by KFC, they have decided to go more of the dramatic flair of the Colonel than the goofier, scarier side. Check it out.
Story goes that after searching for years, it was a fever dream and a chicken that finally led Colonel Sanders to the 11th herb and spice. He knew his chicken would be famous if he could perfect frying it in hot oil under intense pressure, which is as dangerous as it sounds.
It's working.
No, it wasn't. But the man was stubborn,
I really thought it would explode.
and soon he was serving his chicken around the country.
Congratulations, Colonel. Well done.
If anyone tried to copy his recipe,
Cannot trademark flavor.
he served them his fist. And if the gravy wasn't made to his standard, he thought that too.
I'll get the mop.
Sure, this may all seem a little obsessive, but the Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Yes. So it takes a turn for the dramatic side, like I
I
said.
liked it. I like the dramatic
It
flair.
felt like an epic action
Yes.
movie trailer.
Absolutely.
And that is right up my alley. I mean,
the entertainment value.
Yes.
Spot on that one. I'll give you that.
yes. I mean, I used to take, back in the day, I worked for Fox 10 News, and I had to do their marketing promos. And sometimes it was for special stories that they would do
Yeah.
throughout the year. And it was my whole goal in life is to make them into movie trailers. So that's what I did. That's what made them all into movie trailers. So anyways, that's how much I loved it so much. All right. So up next, the South African company called Weirdough Bakery. Right? Or Weirdough Coffee.
Spell it
One
like
of the two.
dough, like
It's
in
WEIR dough. Weirdough.
like
like
not,
weirdo.
not D-O, like DOUGH.
DOUGH.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Weirdough.
Got it.
And you know how at Starbucks they call out your name when your coffee is ready? Well, apparently this coffee company does too, but they made a little viral video. I think this might have been on TikTok. But let's show you what that is because it is hysterical. I don't see it, Courtney. Courtney, you got to rewind it. You show it?
James,
James? James? James?
That's cute.
James! And he says it in the rain, too.
I mean, it's just not only entertaining, it's so relatable, you know? Like, that's cute.
James! And now I'm going to think that every time I'm in like a Starbucks and they're calling out someone's name and no one's coming. I'm going, James!
That was cute. Memorable. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, out of the three, I've decided to do a little bit of a deep dive on Jansport.
How did I know?
And the reason is because Jansport holds kind of a personal, kind of a personal thing in my heart, a personal place in my heart, if you will.
Okay. I was thinking because it was cringy. That's the one you chose.
No, it's the brand.
Okay.
It comes back to the brand.
I'm so curious, Ryan. Why do you love Jansport?
Okay. So back in high school, my parents surprised us with a family vacation to Colorado.
Oh, that's nice.
And we go to Colorado. My dad had a conference out there. And he was doing a giveaway for his conference thing where they do a raffle and you put your number in the thing and they spin it and they pull out a number.
Yes.
Well, there on the table was this black suede Jansport backpack, and it had brown leather on the bottom.
Were you?
I was probably, I don't know, maybe 14, 15,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't supposed to put my number in there. I wasn't supposed to even enter the raffle. But I did anyways because I really wanted it. And I won it. And it was the greatest day of my life because they called me and I went up in front of, I don't know, a couple hundred people. And, they were cheering me on. And that backpack, I loved it so much from Jansport that do you know how long I kept it?
I mean, it was suede, so it was probably very durable. I don't know.
I kept it till I was age 40 and still used it.
Oh, my goodness.
It held up. The quality was unlike anything I'd ever had. It didn't have a single wear and tear. It didn't have the zippers all worked until I got to about age 40 or so.
Okay.
And then it broke down. But
That's
it
impressive.
was the best backpack. So I have fond memories of Jansport and the high quality material that is. So when I came across this video, it made me smile.
I have to be honest, I didn't even know Jansport still existed.
Yeah, Jansport was huge when we were younger.
Right.
And then I don't think they have necessarily been the top backpack in the industry, but they're definitely making their way back by doing an ad like this, talking to the Gen Z crowd.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like we talked about Stanley Cup, right?
Just like Stanley Cup. Yeah. It's an older company kind of rebranding who they're looking at and who their audience is. And they're starting to see, oh, we have a younger audience. So we need to kind of skew our marketing that way.
And, I mean, they didn't hide their awkwardness or their vintageness or, that. They kind of embraced it, and they embraced it with humor. And I think it was very genuine and authentic. And with that Gen Z crowd, they really do gravitate more to authenticity. And genuine,
absolutely.
Not like fancy production.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
not like this, where we're just all fancy and we got our bourbon. Next week, we will have the finest cigars known to man.
Right.
I'm just kidding. We're not. But maybe I am. But maybe I'm not.
But,
maybe I am.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, you know what? I love this article so much. I decided maybe let's break it down, the viral video a little bit, and kind of what we thought about it. So if you want to kick it off, that would be great.
So Jansport did not fight their awkwardness. Like I said earlier, they embraced it. And so 3 takeaways for a small business owner would be: don't always hide your quirks. If it's something that you think you can capitalize on and make you stand out, use it. And then acknowledge what your audience sees. You may be trying so hard to form your brand, but what your audience is actually seeing or feeling might be another. So that's when you stand back, look back and say, okay, can we embrace that one too and play with it and go with it? Or should we try to redirect ourselves? And then sometimes authenticity greatly outweighs being polished. And we all know that polished is a good thing a lot of the times when it comes to branding and marketing. but authenticity really, really resonates, especially with the younger audience.
The second point is knowing your audience. Gen Z craves authenticity. And I think Jansport has delivered beautifully on this. And here are 3 reasons why I think they delivered. Number 1, speaking their language, speaking Gen Z's language, that is. Sometimes your audience, you have to figure out who your audience is and then say, okay, how do I talk with them, not just to them, right? I'm one of you. I'm not higher than, right? The second tip is use their platforms. What do I mean? Where is your audience at? What platforms are they using? Where can you advertise? Where can you market? Where can you show your stuff to them? The third one is show that you get it, right? What are you after? And it's what Lindsay said, is authenticity. You get how they feel, how they look, what are they worrying about? What do they care about? What are the things in life that your audience cares about the most?
The third learning point that we can take from Jansport is humor is a superpower. And sometimes cringe does sell. I mean, just ask Ryan.
What? I mean, I know that's right.
But it does have to feel intentional, and it really does need to be on brand. So 3 tips that I'd like to say are to stay playful. And it doesn't mean that makes you unprofessional. It just makes you relatable with your audience. And when done right and on brand, it really makes you stand out in the crowd. And then it can form an emotional connection with your audience, and it also entertains. And when you have those 2 concepts, oftentimes it can lead to a lot of shares, a lot of likes, a lot of engagement. And I know everybody's after the virility or something going viral. You have a much better chance of a video going viral if it's humorous. Wouldn't you agree, Ryan?
Oh, I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Humor is everything.
Yeah. And if you can make it relatable, you are memorable. So you have achieved your marketing goals in standing out, people being aware of your brand, and now taking it to the next level of that relationship building.
And, if you're not using humor, then maybe, just maybe, you are missing the point, right? Mm-hmm. So if you need help finding your brand's voice, wink, wink, we know some people that can help you.
Exactly. And up next, we're going to pour some concrete and lay that foundation.
In the last episode, we started with step 1, which was survey the land, or as I said on camera, and the survey says. But today, we're going to discuss step 2 as part of our BrandProof framework. And that is laying the foundation. And with every brand, we need to start somewhere and lay the foundation, because that's where it starts to take shape. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And today we're going to just really keep it simple. 3 steps. And that's going to be brand identity, voice, and positioning.
Interesting. I like it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so let's break it down with the identity. Your brand identity is how your business looks. It's the first impression visually. So let's start with choose your core colors, fonts, and imagery. This is where you really set the style and tone of your whole entire brand. So it even includes images that you're going to use across all the digital platforms like website, social media. And then you really, really want to lock into what is going to be your main logo. You want to keep it consistent, but you also probably are going to want what's called submarks, because not every bit of media needs the main logo. Sometimes you're only going to need the insignia. Sometimes you're going to need it in a vertical format. Sometimes you're going to need it in a horizontal format. So establish what your quote unquote logo is going to be, and then establish the submarks to go along with it. And then take all of that and build a visual style guide. So you'll have your fonts, your colors, your visual imagery. No matter who you use as a vendor or where you are posting or communicating as your brand, as your business, you'll have consistency and you'll never veer from that.
Next up, this is your brand voice. This is how you sound. This is your tone. This is your vibe. This is your personality. There are 3 helpful hints that I came up with for your brand voice. And it is, number 1, choose 3 to 5 personality traits for your business. Number 2, you want to write like a human, not a robot. You're trying to connect. You're trying to be authentic here. So write like a human. Number 3, stay consistent across all digital platforms. Choose your theme, choose your look, choose your brand, choose your colors. Be consistent all the way through everything you do. So if your business was a person at a party, who would it be? Would it be bold? Would it be funny and like a wisecracker? Would it be serious and dramatic? Your brand should match your voice of your business.
Finally, positioning. This is how your business stands out. It's why people are going to choose you over the next option. So first, what is it that your business does? And then who could really, really benefit from what you offer, your service or your product? And then why should they care? So if you're not solving a problem or bringing value to the equation, no one is going to recognize you, nobody's going to interact with your brand, and nobody's going to care.
The more clearly that you can answer those questions about brand identity, voice, and positioning, the more your customers will go, yes, that's what I need. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right. So up next is our small business spotlight of the week.
Here we go. So let's shine a light on a small business that's making really big waves.
And this week we're talking about Paddletek. It's a small pickleball company that really made waves with its tongue-in-cheek ad. Check it out for yourself.
Not a real sport. Not a real athlete. Not a real challenge. Not fast enough. Not physical enough. Not exciting enough. Not a real battle. Not a real triumph. No grit. No drama. No stakes. Not a real heartbreak. Not a real comeback. Nothing to brag about. This isn't real work, real talent, real skill. Pickleball? That's not a real sport.
That was awesome. I really loved it.
Yeah, it almost makes me really like pickleball.
I mean, listen, Paddletek, I guess they understood what kind of the word on the street is about pickleball. And even I, to be real, was quite kind of, I don't know, not making fun of pickleball, but I, through this ad, I now have a better understanding of where they're coming from, because it was a high energy, bold, Nike type produced ad. You know, big budget.
Absolutely.
It felt authentic. It felt real. Yeah.
And, you know, I'm never one to jump on the latest trend, the latest fad, and I'm always a little hesitant. I mean, imagine that, Ryan, you know. But after that, it kind of makes me respect it more.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, and I think the real win here is that I guess Paddletek, they understood who their audience was, right? They understood two things. They understood what people were saying about pickleball, and they understood what the real story about pickleball is.
Yes.
And they owned
and they brought
that
it home.
narrative. Yeah,
exactly.
They did.
They knew their audience. They knew they had them, but they also knew the potential audience that might be in my world, right? A little hesitant, maybe play tennis and not wanting to, you know, water it down with pickleball. That's kind of the feeling of people like me.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, again, I really didn't think much about pickleball, but now that I've seen Paddletek's ad, I'm willing to give it a shot.
Absolutely. Me
Yeah.
too. They brought it home. They made it serious. They made it actually real world. They related to us. And yeah, I'm all about it. When are we going to try pickleball?
Well, you got time?
Sure. Stilettos and all. Let's go.
All right. Well, okay. Before you dash off with a half-built brand, give us a call first.
Unless it involves duct tape, Canva templates as your strategy.
No. But until then, if you don't mind, give us a like and a subscribe and a comment down below. We would really appreciate it. And trust me, your future self will too.
And before next week, don't forget to stay bold, stay you, and get branded.